Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we are Real Estate Jerky Daily. And thanks for being here, everyone.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, there's some noise.
That wasn't my noise.
No, it's mine. What do you want?
You got mail.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got updates of subscriptions.
I want what she's having.
Yeah. What was I talking to? Okay, make sure that's right. They're good. Okay, we're good. Not a ton of news today, except for our beautiful faces.
That's news.
Yeah.
Look, I'm still above ground. There's no dirt in my face.
You want to go first since I have more?
Yeah, let's do
right.
that.
Talk
Right
about
there.
local real estate.
Look at that.
Active
348.
Ooh,
It's all Stanislaus County.
Wow, that's a ton.
We're breaking records.
Close 245 so far for the month.
For the year.
Oh, that's a year?
For this year.
Okay, got
since
it.
January 1.
That's a lot lower than normal.
245. Yeah, it's way lower than normal. So, and you hear a lot of in the halls, you hear a lot of realtors saying, "Man, I got to get some business. Man, I got to get something going." And then,
actually, they say I got to get some escrows. I think that's what I hear.
Yeah, that's what you hear. And then you got. Well, what's going on? Well, I've got these two sellers that want to list, but they want to wait a couple weeks. They want to get a couple things done, or they got to evict the tenants, or there's always something.
Right.
Moral of the story: talk to more sellers.
Yeah. Well, there's 245 right closed transaction. Right. There's 348 listings right now, 311 pending.
Yeah,
there is business happening. The question is, why is it not happening with you?
Well, and the answer is usually pretty self-evident. You're not talking to enough people.
And you're not calling your clients every 90 days, all of them.
I only got 2 over the 34 years that I've been in business. So I call them every single day.
Those are the only ones you have the phone number for that haven't blocked you.
Those are the only 2 that still kind of like me.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of funny sometimes. But that's not a lot of that's not big numbers for Stanislaus County for the beginning of the year. Now, interest rates have stabilized. What's the bond market doing? Did they not?
We're the first time over 7% since December.
Wow.
Yeah. So your whole thing about lock on Tuesday, you would have been better than locking and not. You should have locked last Friday, but here's the thing. The reason that first, let's go to that. So the Bill, God, that's easy. Am I the president? No, because I know where I am,
man.
I know where I'm in.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we've been trying to get that border fixed since I took over in office.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay, move on.
Go on.
Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari suggests the Fed is not as restrictive as it seems and has time to assess potential considering cuts, meaning basically bottom line speak, we ain't doing anything.
Right.
We don't know. We have no idea what to do. So we're going to say that we're much tougher than we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. And they look at all the strong unemployment going on right now. It's a 3.7% unemployment rate. You have PCE inflation that's come down over the last 6 months, and the core's come down over the last 3 months.
Right.
So if you look at all those numbers, they don't need to do anything.
Well,
no, that's what they're thinking. We need to keep it right here. And to be honest with you, if you want to change in this, the way everybody's things going, we don't want it changed. We want it to keep it horrible till November.
Yeah. People need to hurt really bad to say, you know what, I need to change administration, whoever that be.
Yeah. Well, here's what's going to happen. California's going to get really bad.
Yeah.
Because now they're no longer coming over Texas, Arizona border. They're coming over our border. Now.
Right.
They're going to be coming in droves. We have the sheriff coming on end of the month on the radio show, and we'll ask him what's going on because he sees it because it's in the county.
Exactly.
Right. And even though we've been protected because of how our MPD and our the police force and sheriff has been handling everything, I think it's going to be a problem going forward.
We need strong sheriffs because they're elected, not appointed by Satan, and police chiefs kind of have to do what Satan asks.
Well, the problem with our current administration is the fact that they don't think it's their fault for everything that's going on. If you're head of the ship and the ship hits an iceberg, it's your fault. I didn't know there's icebergs out here. Yeah. You're in Alaska, of course, or you're in wherever green. Is it? I definitely not Iceland, but it was more like Greenland. Anyway,
Greenland.
so there's Manheim
Newfoundland.
used car index came out. The cost of finance used cars has increased due to the Fed's interest rate, impacting the used car index, which is shocking. Like we wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Used car prices are unchanged in January, but down 9.2% year over year. Car Gurus reported 2.2% decline in used car prices in January.
Okay.
Potentially easing inflation pressures, because those numbers are in the inflation numbers.
Right.
Mortgage applications came out. That's today, and it showed a 1% decline in purchase last week, and it's down 19% year over year. Refinances rose 12% last week, now up 1% from the previous year. Interest rates remain, this is what it says, unchanged, around 6.7%, approximately 0.6% higher than last year. That's where they're getting it from Fannie Mae, and usually that means they're charging 2 points for that rate.
2 points for that 6.75.
I'm not quoting the rate. I'm just reiterating what is being put out there by those guys. And I think that's wrong. Fannie and Freddie, if they're going to tell what the rates are, they should actually have to do an APR like we do.
Yeah. I mean, if you got to do it, why can't they have to do it?
Government.
So don't do as I do as I say.
Correct. Yeah. There's a report that came out that says banks have increased tightening on their lending standards. Banks. Okay, that I'm not going to name them. You know who the banks are. Not mortgage brokers, not mortgage companies, not those, but banks. So if you're trying to get a loan, I wouldn't go through a bank.
A home loan. Yeah. We've said that for years and years and years. Someone says, "Oh, you pre-approved." I'm pre-approved with Bank of America. Well, Bank of America doesn't close escrows,
and they don't do pre-approvals. They do pre-quals.
So,
and it's not worth the paper that it's written on.
They've got so many overlays.
And I was talking to somebody else. They're like, it was so horrible. They have no idea what's going on. They have to go call the back. Oh, what's my number? And then you give them stuff, and then they call you back saying, okay, now we need this. And they're like, they have no idea what. And I'm not saying it. Most of the really good loan officers left in 2008 back in the day from the banks, because there was a lot of good ones. I don't know now because I don't deal with anybody.
There was a Wells Fargo back in the day had some great programs, a wonderful HELOC that would allow you to still have your property on the market while they did it. And so, some wonderful loans, and the loan officers, the loan officer I dealt with, spot on, boom, 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 closed in time, closed early, all that stuff. And then the overlays started coming in. Oh my God.
LLPAs, loan. I can't even talk today.
Today.
Butterfly.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay. The president, I talked to Macron last week.
Who?
The dead French president.
Mitterrand. Yeah. He's been dead since 96. Yeah. He wasn't very talkative.
He was dreaming. All right. So they're in New York. I didn't even spell bribery. Did I? Yeah, I did actually spell bribery. Bribery.
Yeah.
New York Housing Authority employees were charged in a sweeping bribery and extortion case. Okay. This is in New York. Tell me what the comment is. Multiple agencies collaborate on an investigation result in 70 current and former housing officials, according to the Southern District of New York, the U.S. attorney there. The defendants allegedly demanded between 10 to 20% of the contract value, with amounts ranging from $500 to $2,000, and sometimes even more, depending on the size of the contract. The 70 defendants allegedly demanded more than $2 million in private money from contractors in exchange for giving out more than $13 million in work and major buildings through the city. Doesn't the mob own all that stuff?
Obviously they do,
Mike.
Yeah.
I see dead
people.
Yeah,
we do too, Michael.
Yeah, I saw Mike the other night.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, huh? Yeah. Good dude there. Good realtor.
So moral of the story is, if we don't make some changes, if somebody's complaining about where we are, tell them, well, it could be how you voted.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to get very political, but we got another election coming up. And if you don't get out and vote, I was talking to Francisco Rubalcaba Jr. the other day about this on our show. And he was talking about how, because Hispanic population in California was 47%. It's huge. They can control the vote. If they got out to vote, they would control it. And if all the younger people got out to vote,
they would control it.
We would. The rest of us, it didn't matter what we want. So it's important for us to educate people on what's going on and really what's going on.
Yeah.
It's not some MAGA issue and this and that. We're pretty much all in the middle. we just want a good life and to provide for our family, government to be out of our way, support people that need to be supported, but not to the extent like right now. I was listening to some stuff on TikTok, and a lot of these people are going, these people are coming across our border and getting more than they've ever given us.
Vouchers for $9,000.
Yeah.
They're
a phone, a place to live.
Yeah.
New York City has to house them.
They're definitely giving them more than they gave the residents of Maui. Right.
But they're in a beautiful place. They can just live outside.
Yeah, of course they can.
Yeah.
Well,
thank God Oprah was over there to buy up the land for them.
Yeah, snap it up.
Yeah. Thank God.
Oh, the conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? If you got the money, what's the golden rule? He who has the gold makes the rules.
Right.
Yeah. So remember that. So
and we've been watching that for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, forever. And today is Wednesday, isn't it? Yes.
It is Wednesday.
And that's pretty much the news for this. There's one more thing tomorrow, which is initial jobless claims, and then 30-year auction is coming out. I haven't seen what the 10-year auction did today, but I don't think it did very well yesterday.
What did it do today?
Well, it was supposed to come out yesterday, so I couldn't tell you. There's only so much. I mean, I research every morning while I have my coffee for an hour and a half to 2 hours to see what to talk about today, because it doesn't always have it in one spot. And to find that bribery stuff, I mean, Housing Wire does some good information, but again, it's what's relevant for us.
Yeah.
Just be careful. I'm more worried about what's going to happen in the state of California with crime. You have Oakland now, In-N-Out's leaving Oakland. You have other places, that's how bad the crime is over there. Well, that's a city that's close to us, and that stuff's going to start coming this way because there is nobody standing up for us.
What are the major employers over there that have left, like Walmart?
CVS, all those things.
Everybody, they just can't handle the crime. They can't handle being ripped off to the tunes of millions of dollars every year with no compensation, no ability to arrest and or, prosecute or stop it.
Oh, it's the same thing like in New York where that cop got beat up. Those people were out without bail.
Right. Within seconds.
Yeah. It's like, okay, there's the problem. If we don't have law and order, we have no order. And it's to the point where everybody's getting nervous. Yeah. Where do I do? What do I want to do? We need to move.
Well, and I love our excellent orator.
I didn't know.
Satan for California. He's talking about, he was in a Target and some
they ripped out in a Target.
Yeah. Why was he in a Target?
He needed condoms.
He had to pee.
He needed condoms, so his wife didn't know.
I'm gonna get a mask. So
I'm sorry, I apologize. That's kind of rude.
Anyway, move on. Don't apologize. So he sees, the store getting ripped off, and why don't you stop it? Oh, because of the governor. And then they realized, it is the governor. And so he's making this big story about it's not the governor's fault. Governor, you're not helping this.
You could stop this. You can see the crime numbers. Everything. You have total control.
Absolutely.
You're not a figurehead because you controlled a lot of the stuff and made us where we are now.
Yeah.
I mean, the policies in San Francisco is your people.
I don't get to what end they think they're helping society.
They don't care. They just want to stay in power.
I know they don't care.
So the criminal element will vote the way they want them to vote, and sometimes control.
I don't want
to sound like a conspiracy theory and we sound like an 80s.
Wouldn't you hope that there's more of us who are non-criminals that would vote against?
I guess not. They don't care. Well, I think they think they have certain demographic votes no matter what, because people are going to vote Democrat, period. Well, I think that needs to start changing.
Yeah.
You need to really look at your party and what you're doing. Stop voting party, vote who's best for the job, period. Ooh. Because look at all these people who are in these certain jobs who aren't doing their job, and it's because they voted a certain way to get these people in.
Right. So that's our news today.
Yeah.
Here we are. We got political again.
Well, you know what?
But we're frustrated.
Maybe we can repel the people we don't want to get the people we do want. We got a comment over here.
Good.
We won't put. He is too busy thinking and working on taking over Grandpa Biden. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, you're right, Chuck. He'll get in there one way or another.
Well, if that happens,
that's why I call him Satan.
We're going to have to get out of our industries.
Yeah.
This is how bad it is. If people don't get out and vote, and vote your pocketbook, this is going to get so worse. You have no idea.
Mhm.
Go watch the movie Warriors. I keep bringing this up because it shows New York in the 80s, and that's where we're going. They were talking about on the subway there, people drop their pants and shoot up right there on the subway, and then the people who are supposed to call the cops or whatever, they're like, why? Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Well, how did you vote then?
Yeah.
This is,
I don't think they correlate that, and that's the sad part.
right. And I don't mind if people vote Democrat as long as they're normal Democrats, but those are usually Republicans.
Normal's only a setting on a dryer.
And I don't know. I mean, everybody's voted differently. I've not always voted Republican. I voted for who's best for the job at that point. And right now, that's definitely not who's in.
Yeah.
Because I want somebody to be able to tell me why they're doing something, not just go, hold on.
Hey, Chuck, I hope you go out there, and Mike, I hope you go out there and sell like 4 places today and increase our numbers on transactions.
People are just nervous to make a change.
Yeah.
That's the problem. People don't want to list a property and have to worry about where am I going. The other issue we have, insurance problems. Insurance is going up 7% in Florida. You have other issues. So before you move out of California, you need to really look where you're going.
Absolutely. And what the real cost of living there will be.
Yes.
Other than just living there.
Right. California and New York are top states for migration. That is correct. That's from Instagram, by the way. If you're not following us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you can follow us on Instagram now where we're doing our show.
So there
you go.
There you have it. Okay, bye.
All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you. And if you missed any of the shows, we do upload it. I upload it, or have my people upload it after the words, usually within 10 minutes. And sometimes, depending on like Wednesday, it's going to be in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here. Anything else, Mike?
Bye, kids.
All right. So I guess that's a no. All right. Bye.